Hey guys, Bruce here at Tough Dog's Place. Just wanted to show you what I got going on. Yesterday I had a terrible day. Everything that could go wrong went wrong, and I battled that out. Late in the evening things turned around and started going in my favor, and I got a couple things accomplished. I started off, I was going to ride the turf surfer. You all remember the turf surfer? And it was out of gas. Oh, that's weird. I don't remember running it out of gas. So I got the gas can and I poured, probably half a gallon of gas in it. It all poured right straight out the bottom on the ground. I thought, what the heck? And of course there was nothing I could do quick enough to save any of it. I didn't have a clean pan to put underneath it, plus it was running all over the frame and dripping off. Anyway, I took the gas tank off and found that the hose was split right by the clamp. Okay, I can understand that. Don't know why or what, but... And then on the other end, where it attached to the carburetor, that clamp was broken. Matter of fact, here it is right here. And it had chewed that hose up too. So I cut both ends off, put new clamps on, put it back together. Alright, cool, right? Put a little more gas in it. Went down the alley, hit the brakes. Nothing. My retaining screw from my brake cable had come loose. So when I stepped on it, it just slipped right through the lock nut. Alright, so I tightened that up. And then I found that my gas tank had pinched the accelerator controls. So when I got it running, it was idling up too high. So I had to loosen that back up and readjust that, which I did and got that straightened out. Then a friend of mine come by to visit. And he decided he wanted to ride it. I said, okay, cool, it's all good. I said, just remember the brakes will slow you down, but they won't stop you no matter how hard you step on them. And if y'all remember, it was all just a scrub brake activated by this lever, pulling a cable to the top part of that scrub brake down in there, which would rub it against the tire. Well, he was gone and gone and gone and gone. Finally I looked up and see him down at the end of the alley just standing there by the machine. What in the world? He says the tire's flat. Oh, heavens. So I walked down there. And the tire's flat, so the thing is lowered down. Alright, so to continue my story, the cable broke, and this thing was spring-loaded. So it went back and hit the tire, which I'm guessing dragged here and split. I don't know if you can see it. Split the tire. So now, hey guys, just showing you what I got going on here today. The turf surfer had a catastrophic ailment the other day. The brake cable broke, and when it did, this scrub brake that I made and built and put on here had a spring on it, keep it pulled back and caught the tire, popped it, and the brake doesn't work good anyway. So we're going to 86 that, and we're going to go to this. First, here's the tire. I got to fix the flat on it. And I'm going to do it like I did the other side for the sprocket. Since these are just wheelbarrow wheels, I made a plate of steel, drilled the hole out to fit the actual hub, and then welded it on, and then bolted my sprocket to it. Well, I'm going to do the same thing on this side, except on this one, I'm going to install a band brake setup. And here's the plate that I'm going to use. The band drum, the band brake. the retainer clips, the original 10-foot cable, and hand lever. Here is my old axle, the one I've been using, 5/8 all thread. I'm going to replace it with a 10-inch mini bike axle, an actual, honest to God, axle. The reason I'm replacing it is because I've taken it on and off so much the threads are getting galled, and I just had to use this 4-foot cheater pipe to get the bolts loose. And this is the second time that's happened to me. The first time it actually broke the all thread and I had to replace the piece. So I'm hoping that this will eliminate that. I don't know why they're galling up like that, but you can see where they're boogered. Here's my bolts, and I'm going to use my spring off the go-kart for a return spring on it so it'll pull the lever back. And as I was taking the luggage rack off, I broke off a mounting tab. It must have been weak. Anyway, as I was just putting the bolt back in to hold it, it broke off the frame, so I have to weld that back on too while I'm doing this. There's the luggage rack setup over there. Luggage rack, saddlebags, fender. Pulled all that stuff off to get it out of the way. So that's where we're at. I get that all done and installed, then I'm going to cut this thing out and get it out of the way. It's ugly, it's unobtrusive, it doesn't work good. So, day on the scrub brake, eh? Take off, eh? See. Alright, that's where we're at, and I'll let you see how it goes as we come along. Hey guys, just trying to get you up to speed what I've been doing here. Trying to fix these brakes for this scooter. And kind of got carried away and forgot to show you things as I was doing them. For starters, I took this 1/2-inch drill bit and arbor and drilled a hole through a piece of this 1/8-inch steel plate, not unlike that one, that would go around the hub of the wheel, which is exactly the way I did the sprocket. And here's the blank I cut out. It's the piece that I actually cut out of the center. And then I drilled 4 5/16 holes around to match the brake drum, which is a band brake setup. And then I took the bearings out of the wheel, put a piece of flat metal across the top of the hub, and C-clamped it to the drum so it would be level with the edge of the wheel, and then reached inside there and spot welded it together. Well, when I did that, I accidentally spot welded the drum to the metal plate also. So, and it's not real pretty, but I went all the way around it, and you can see it's good and solid. However, I should have just welded the whole thing together. The bolts are useless now because it's all welded together. Anyway, so I took another piece of steel, 1 3/8 wide by, I guess, 5 or 6 inches long, to use as a brake band stop, which you can see how I've done that there. And what I'll do is I'll put this on the scooter frame, which the frame is made of this type of square rectangular tubing with a hole drilled through it, and I'll lay it there, and I'll put a piece of metal across there and weld it so it can't rock back and forth. And I'll do that on both the top and bottom, and that will hold this and keep this from moving. I had a scare. I thought I was not going to have enough clearance for the valve stem, but as it works out, there's about 1/4 inch or a little better right there of clearance. So that's, I feel really good about that. I was concerned. I thought about that all night before I actually did anything. And the next step is to come over here to the actual scooter and cut all this scrub brake out. That's all welded in there. I'm going to cut all that out of there and be rid of it. Then I'll take my fish tape and run it through that hole right there and come out the neck on the frame in that hole right there. Run it up here to the handlebars, to the lever, which is all laying over here on the table. Right now it looks like I'm using the scooter for storage. Been moving stuff around here in the garage. So that's where I'm at right now. I'll keep you posted. Alright, got that scrub brake cut out of there without hurting myself or anything else. Took a little paint off, but that's expected. Alright, moving right along. Alright guys, I got the cable, the fish tape ran through the frame, and the cable is electrical taped to the end of it. I know it's a little fuzzy. Sorry. Anyway, I'm going to pull it through. This is a 10-foot cable. There it is. Look at that. Okay. I thought you might enjoy seeing that. I don't know. Anyway, that's how you pull cable through a frame. That's how I do it anyway. Alright guys. Got the turf server put back together. I'll show you what I've done. I think you can see that. Looks pretty much like it should. I just rode it. It works better than any brakes I've had on it since I created this thing. I did not get it perfectly centered when I put the hub, the brake drum on the plate, the mounting plate. Bear with me just a second. I'm trying to get this tripod set up so I can show you it in action. So when I'm rolling along and hit it, you can feel it surging and letting off, the surging and letting off. But I tell you what, I'm still very happy. It's better than it throttle acts like it's pinched or stuck or something. Anyway, just wanted to show that to you. And there it is. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Bye.